right, welcome back from the break, everybody. Dallas Fuel, are they regretting their decision to bring Effect in for a map? Is that going to cost them the series? These are the questions that we have to ask ourselves, Hex, because the stat berries came in the break and gave me a very interesting stat to go over here. 47% of the time, Dallas win team fights with AKM. 35% of the time with Effect. And across the board in terms of stats on Zarya play, Carpe was just head and shoulders above Effect this whole match long. So
yeah. In tough, yeah, 15% of the time Effect dies first in team fights. It just can't happen when you're having that on the Zarya. No one's doubting Effect's ability on several other heroes. Good hero, not his meta. It's fine. You got to know your limitations. You know what you're good at, know what you're bad at, and the world will treat you better. There he comes back in. AKM subbing in for Effects.
Turns out Dallas want to win.
Turns out Dallas want to win.
AKM subbing in for Effect.
Here's the thing. Bottom line is, if you're going to run 3-3 as much as they're running it, then you bring in AKM. And look, AKM is a very good Widow player. He was brought up as like a Soldier 76 way back in the day. He's got a good Sombra. He's got a good mind for the game. So I think bringing AKM in makes a ton of sense. He can play all those things, but I think we're going to see a lot more 3-3. So our next map is Dorado.
That is going to be it. We've seen a lot of it. Dorado, an exciting map to close the series out on. The teams are competent. They've had plenty of experience on it, and they seem to be gelling well now with the new strategies. Well, I don't know if we can keep calling it new for this season, but the 3-3, the big beef, goats, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be Dorado, though, to kick things off. And now we have to see that one win. Is that enough for Philly to get that confidence back going into this and take us to a map 5?
It very well may be. Philadelphia on this map previously has pretty much just run 3-3. It suits their style as well when you get Sato on the Winston. You got Winston and Diva jumping up to the high ground, especially on second point. First point, probably a Reinhardt point, but they have some experience on it. I don't believe, and I double check, but I don't believe Dallas has played Dorado yet this year. So we'll see what they want to run on it. Maybe they've got an interesting strategy. Maybe they don't. Philadelphia could also run darn near anything. You can run, you know, a Pharah, you can run a Widow, you can run a lot of different things. It's also one of the better McCree maps when you're on defense, so we'll see what teams want to run. Though, I don't want to get your hopes up because I think we're going to see a lot of 3-3.
Yeah, buddy. Or the variant where you have the Sombra in, so it's like 3... What is it?
3-2-1.
3-2.5?
3-2-1.
3-2.5?
3-2-1 lights out. That's why you wait for the EMP.
There you go. Oh, that's a great way to put it, Hex. You're so clever. All right. Getting into it. 2-1. Dallas Fuel in the lead on the defense. Philadelphia Fusion gotta keep their hopes alive by winning this map. A little bit of payload progress here at the start, but do we have anybody lying in wait? Yes, we do. RCK on the high ground waiting for the hack. If he spots out Sato, that's gonna be the prime target to get the hack on. Remove the shield, kill the Rhine. Nowhere for them to hide. And interestingly enough, he decides to show himself just by taking pot shots here, so he's gonna try and show, or at least put them, yep. That's the thing. You show yourself, you don't have that element of surprise.
Yeah, it puts the fear in them, though, and you can sometimes make a shield pivot, and then you get a nice little volley from your Zenyatta or some sort of follow-up on it. Or is Get really just trying to charge his ultimate up right now? He knows he's not going to end up being able to solo out any of these kills with Philadelphia moving together the way they are. Maybe you can get a Zenyatta hacked and then some damage over the top. But right now, just wants to build up his ultimate ability so that they can win a team fight using only the EMP, which is why Semmler is so valuable in this meta.
Exactly right. They're all grouped up. They all get hacked. They all are very, very silent. And the Dallas Fuel right now out in the open will find success once again. And losing Carpe is a big deal for Philly. That's a lot of their damage that just went to the grave, and they're going to get run over. Nowhere to run or hide. The bubbles, they're gone.
It's the damage, it's the utility, it's everything that comes with Zarya. She's such an important part of the 3-3 composition. It enables your Rhine to swing away. When his shield breaks, you can cover him. When anyone gets out of position, you can cover him. You're doing most of the damage on your team usually, along with your Zenyatta, so that's why Zarya, you lose Zarya, you lose the fight.
Hey, turns out EMP's a pretty good ability when you hit all 6. That is big. Poco desperate. Oh, he just makes it through the door.
I mean, you think about what do you have left when you get silenced by an EMP on each of the heroes that Philadelphia has. No healing or no song for Lucio. No orbs from your Zenyatta. No defense matrix, no boosters from your Diva. No shields, no fire strike from your Rhine. You're pretty much just hitting mouse 1 and hoping something happens. No bubbles from your Zarya. No emergency pack from your Brigitte.
What you're highlighting here, Hex, is that all of these heroes are pretty much entirely dependent on their abilities. They're not the mechanically dependent heroes like, hey, you silence the Reaper. He's still got shotguns to blow your face off with, or a McCree with a 6-shooter. He's still going to mess you up. That's the thing that we're seeing. That's why Sombra can be so powerful in this current meta. We already have the ults getting thrown in now from both teams to lay on the trance. Unko still holding on to his. Could have liked to throw it in now, but we will have the grab thrown. Sound barrier is there, shield eliminated, and they are just dancing back and forth. The long waits, and it looks like Philly are gonna come out on top.
Elk holding his own so far there. It's been a nice little round from him, getting a couple of kills, and it does seem like Philadelphia finally getting the throughput they need on the cleanup. Will grab first point, checkpoint. They're gonna move forward and see if they can find anything up there because this door is gonna take a bit to open up. But they feel happy at where they are in their ultimate situation. Carpe doesn't need to poke ahead and try to get more damage. He's already got his ultimate ability up, so any damage he'd be doing would just be giving the other team support ultimates because they're going to heal up the damage he does while he gains nothing from it.
Well, guess what else is online here? Once again for Dallas. It's RCK. This team are ready, and there's the EMP. Once again, 4 of them hacked instantly. Elk gets focused immediately. Sato is down so low, and we will lose 3 here for Philadelphia Fusion. And you see it all just panning out. And Dallas are really close together. They were right on top. They timed that perfectly. RCK, as soon as he was in position, rest of the team goes smashing through. That's exactly how it's supposed to go.
It wasn't a terrible idea from Carpe to try to use a defensive Graviton there because he didn't get hit by the EMP, so he's Gravitons them. There's not a lot of range damage in this composition, so if you can keep the Reinhardt from swinging away at your team, you could be in a decent spot. So I like the idea. It didn't end up working out for them. Now a couple of ultimates still the advantage for Philadelphia. Elk has actually really stepped into his own this game. He has shut down Sombra a couple times.
Yeah, it's a different beast. He's getting those kills. Bubbles are up, and there's the Shatter follow-up. AKM getting covered, however, will barely survive. That's so important. Closer goes down. OG's going to get cut off from the rest of his team. And so Philadelphia Fusion will win this fight, but AKM survives, which means that his energy will still be up. If he can just wait for his teammates to get back in here, they should be in a decent enough spot to challenge on the second point.
It looks like a whole new...
Maybe not.
You have to wonder if he just had nerves first time being on the Overwatch big stage there, because he looks like a different player right now. Dal's going to contest this point, but OG gets segmented out.
That was sick positioning. Poco just set the trap, waiting in the back line, and then it's an impossible situation for OG at that point. Which way do you face with your shield? You're dead either way. And so he walks right into it. Dallas Fuel not going to be able to hold on this second point. Philadelphia Fusion starting to pick up some steam. 3 minutes on the clock now for them to take this payload all the way home.
It's been a very good Dorado for them so far. Only really 1 fight lost, and that was early in the map. Now, Dallas does have the advantage, however small, on their ultimates. It's going to be a question if they want to use them to try to win a fight before Philadelphia gets there, because they're rapidly approaching. There comes the Graviton out of it. A nice charge from OG. There's the combo play. Nice job.
There it is. That's how it's supposed to go. OG even hitting his preferred target, removing the Rhine shields. Nowhere to hide. AKM fully charged up, buzzing away.
Yeah, I've said it before. It's just like a Microsoft Paint delete tool when you're that high. You're just erasing stuff here and there. You're a hero, now you're gone. Oh, it's magic.
RCK in position again. This is going to be the EMP. Once again, it works perfectly. 4 of them silenced on the Philly side, and that is going to be picture perfect for the Dallas Fuel. 2 minutes on the clock for Philadelphia Fusion, and they've been sent back to spawn. Just worth pointing out that once again, AKM in the lead on all stats compared to Carpe on the Zarya. So it's AKM, he is putting in work. It does seem like he is feeling the Zarya a bit more.
RCK going to set himself in position to be a good scout for his team, let him know what angle they're coming in on. Maybe get a hack if someone struggles behind. You see Neptuno looking for him. It's called spy checking, essentially. Sombra's invisible. When she takes damage, she becomes very visible, so you just want to spin in circles, really.
Let's go. If anybody got that impression, you're a boss. Zachary, you're in.
It's supposed to be a pyro?
Yes!
I got you.
You got it, Hex. Let's go. 2 kills coming through for the Fuel, and Philadelphia Fusion running into the blender right now. It isn't pretty. They're painting the walls red. And that is fight after fight going Dallas Fuel's way. They are definitely starting to look good. Setting themselves up here. If they hold here at the point, this is big. Dallas Fuel, they're definitely starting to shape up nicely.
Dorado can be a tough map to finish for the offense, but I like that Dallas is taking the aggressive approach out here. Make them fight for every inch on Dorado. If you're not able to get to the cart, you're not able to get progress on the cart. We'll see if Philadelphia tries to get like a very aggressive speed-in rotation here and try to get the positional advantage.
That was an unfortunate bubble. RCK, how quick can he get the EMP up? Nice dodge. Shield was up though, so it's all right. Shatter is gonna get ignored. We will have the grab thrown in. Perfectly done here by AKM. Sound barrier thrown in as well here for the fuel. OG, despite it all, though, will not survive. The Rhine is down now, but there's the follow-up EMP thrown into it. AKM, he's buzzing, he's full, and he's just gonna wipe him out.
It's a great EMP there. The Transcendence had come down. Neptuno uses the beat late into this fight, so now they've got nothing to prevent themselves from getting wiped up in an incoming Graviton Surge as AKM is getting there again. AKM getting a Graviton Surge every 1 minute and 30 seconds. Average energy at 62. Carpe's average energy, 37.
Yeah, it's brutal.
You can't tell the tone of my voice. That's not good.
That's not good. If AKM is heading, I mean, look at this, again with the grab. Philly Popo with the bomb. It's not gonna find a target though. And now, well, I mean, you kind of got EQO. He was like hanging out on the other side of the payload. I hope they don't see me over here. Sorry, it's not happening. Dallas Fuel took them a little bit to warm up, and now they're gonna get it done. A solid hold. Only 2 points for Philadelphia Fusion, and nowhere near the third either. So we will see Dallas Fuel now. They're setting themselves up for a 3-1 victory over Philadelphia Fusion. It's all on Philly now to deny them the joy. We'll find out after the break. There he is, the man in question, the star for the Dallas Fuel. As far as that team is concerned, he is putting in work. An excellent performance from him so far.
I just love how he's dealt with everything over the last year or so. He came onto the team and there were some expectations. He was actually, when all the original Overwatch League teams were formed, he was the guy everyone's like,
left out.
He's like, why isn't he on a team, right? Because a lot of his former teammates in an organization called Rogue got signed. Of course, Unko on the team with him now. Soon a former member of that team as well. Nico in the league too. So everyone's like, where's AKM? And then he came on the team. They forced him into roles he wasn't necessarily comfortable with. Most notably, as Genji was not the greatest Genji the world's ever seen, but he just stepped into it. He embraced it. He's like, yeah, it wasn't good. I'm gonna get better. And he's gotten better. He's gotten better. He's gotten more vocal. It's been a great redemption arc for AKM.
It certainly has, especially considering the amount of flack he took day in, day out during those dark days. It definitely messed with him, but he stayed the course. A truly admirable human being, and we're gonna get into it. The thick of things already. There's the first pick. RCK wiping out Elk and Sato. Well, who's going to follow without his Zen there to keep him up? That is not going to be pretty. Neptuno doing the best he can here on the point, but that's not going to work. And Carpe, last man to fall. So, first fight won here for the Dallas Fuel. Question of whether or not Philly can get back in position to deny them before they reach the choke point, the arch here, but it doesn't look likely.
Well, they're trying to keep 3 people on the payload so it moves its fastest ability. That's why you want that number back there. They will get through the archway at the very least. Philadelphia regrouping outside, want to go in as a unit. Worst thing you can do in Overwatch is going alone. If you're playing ladder and you don't see 2 of your teammates, you're definitely in the wrong spot.
Now they're grouped up together once again here, Philly, and it's going to be the play positional. Riley gets thrown in here by Zachary, getting his teammates all beefed up. Carpet, wow, it's just, they're all dead. They're all dead. Real horror show. Dallas Fuel. That is quick. 5 minutes on the clock now. And Dallas looking so solid.
It's been about as one-sided as your offense can be for the Dallas Fuel. Very nice play there. OG got a shatter in. Didn't have to use a whole lot. Rally did come off again, and you know, Zach is just ensuring his team wins fights with Rally. Sometimes it doesn't look super pretty. You're like, oh, you didn't need it. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. He gets it up pretty quick, so I'm not super concerned about it, but most of that armor is going to be gone by this fight.
Exactly right. It does wear off. Oh, they're getting a bit ahead of themselves, but once again, the EMP thrown in by RCK. He's looking for it, but it took him a little bit too long. Unko and Closer finding 2 kills. AKM is still alive. There is still a very real threat, but it does look like eventually the Philly will rally, and they will delete the remaining Fuel members. Nicely done not letting AKM get out alive.
Yes.
Do not let him hold on to that energy.
Yeah. EQO does a good job there of getting a couple of kills post-hack. The flail's still very good. Her passive ability to heal up when hitting people, still very good. And Philadelphia Fusion will stabilize here. The tanks take the high ground, while Sato's on the high ground. Poco can get back up there if he wants, but they just want to engage on the low ground here. There's no big threat for Dallas to try to take away the high ground, so Philadelphia knows they're going to have to drop eventually anyway. Might as well just do it now.
That's it. And now, well, Dallas willing to back up. Shield is getting pummeled, and there's the grab. He will have the shields here to bring it back up, OG, but AKM caught out in the open just ahead of the shield. Goes boom, and that's going to be the end of this fight here for Dallas.
So when you have a Graviton and a Self-Destruct, you want some sort of displacement ability. It's sometimes very difficult to see actually what happened in the fracas of this fight. That one might have actually been a Hammer Swing. A Reinhardt Hammer Swing will knock somebody where they don't want to be as well.
Sure.
But really, your Graviton and Self-Destruct only works if you're able to break the shield or get somebody out in the open or knock somebody into the combination.
Dallas just got to shake it off. They had a very quick time on the first point. Still plenty of time here for the second. So, shake it off. Get focused. OG's got the shatter. Zachary, very close to the rally. And RCK has gone back. Oh, big silence. This is a big silence on Carbe. Are they going to be able to capitalize on it, though? It doesn't look like it. Elk, no hesitation on his side. Trance is there to try and keep his teammates up, but it's not going to be enough. Sato, out in the open, gets clobbered. And now Dallas with an edge in this fight. Poco, dangerously low himself, could get demeched here, and there will be the focus to follow up. He is out of it.
Philadelphia just got cut in half there, 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Dallas was able to notice it and take uneven fights. They segmented Elk off into the hallway, and Zenyatta alone against pretty much 3 tanks, not going to work out real well for Zen. He can put out damage, but not 2,000 worth of HP damage. Dallas continues to push forward. AKM nearing another Graviton, but more importantly, in my opinion, is that RCK very near his own EMP, gets very low, translate counts out, so now the positioning going to be important to see where he wants to set up.
Yeah, he's going to have it online here. Yep, grab gets thrown in. RCK on the high ground, though, could throw it in. Yes, he does! Instantly deletes Elk. You want to go for the grab combo? I think not. Big plays coming in from RCK. Another star player for Dallas. This guy, he's doing nothing but impress us all. And a second point picked up for Dallas. They will have so much time now. All they have to do is, the victory rectangle's right on the other side of the door.
And they're just going to continue pushing. Why not? You've got to grab. You might use it just on the spawn to lock him out. Dallas is rolling through off the back of this Sombra play. AKM can play it. RCK has shown his versatility as well. And no great response from Philadelphia. They've run the same thing. They're going to try to run a Hammond just to get onto the point. Poco's got to go in.
Yeah, you can't wait.
Oh, Hammond's on the point.
It's already there. And the Hammond's going to get deleted immediately. Grab gets thrown in, no hesitation. Poco has to play it careful. Elk with the trance to come in here to try and keep his teammates up. And RCK is surviving. Self-destruct thrown in. The sound barrier's there. And it finds AKM. That is a huge kill for the Philadelphia Fusion of everybody to go down. Carpe with the headshot. Carpe with the follow-up. Finally getting to show some skill here. That's what it's all about. Carpe, the return to glory, return to form. Oh, just put this guy on Widow, please.
He looks so casual about it, too. Just yawn. He's a 3K, no problem. Has to go back, but now clutches it out.
Has to go back. He was yawning because he has to go back to Zarya, Hex. Oh, man.
Oh, it's tragic. It is really tragic to see Carpe not be able to play Widow everywhere all the time.
All right, well, Fuel, they've rallied. They're back together. A lot was used in that last fight, though, for Philly. And the Fuel still have 200. Yep. EMP is in. There it is. Here comes the hammer. Fuel burning bright. They're going to get it done. Dallas Fuel with the win. 3-1 over the Philadelphia Fusion. And the man in question, AKM, first to stand up for the team. He knows. He had a huge role in this win. What excellent work from him and the rest of the Fuel.
Their versatility really coming to shine because they definitely want to play this type of setup with a Sombra and a Zarya on the field at the same time, and AKM being able to play both, very helpful. RCK's versatility has come to bear as well, and this roster looks very good. I just never know which Dallas team we're going to see. They've won 2 matches, 3-1 against good teams, Seoul and Philadelphia. They've lost 0-4 to San Francisco and Guangzhou. So still don't know, but hey, I'll take 2-2 halfway through the stage.
Exactly. There are teams that would love to trade for those standings, but it does feel like now, Philadelphia Fusion is not a team to be taken lightly. They are a real threat, and Dallas just rolled them. It does seem like Dallas is perhaps starting to find their footing. We're going to hand it over to the floor now for an interview.
thanks, guys. We have a special guest here. We have Jane from the Dallas Fuel. Now, we've been hearing a lot of trash talk coming out from you, but your prediction came true. You are the winner in this case. So what do you have to say?
Well, you know, I do a lot of analysis on my Twitch channel. I talk about teams, good and bad, and you know, it's the team's own fault if they get offended by the truth.
Whoa, that was spicy. I loved it. I loved it. Now a little follow-up. You say you are really great at analysis, you know, but the team has been kind of up and down. We've seen a little bit of shaky consistency, but how will you be consistent for the Dallas Fuel for the rest of the season?
Well, that's one of the best parts of the team right now. We've got a great staff, we've got a great infrastructure, everything. So we might start slow, but we're just going to start gaining momentum and get better and better as the season goes on.
Well, you heard it here first. Dallas Fuel is going to get better and better, but for now, going to kick it back up to the casters. Thank you, Jane, for all of your spice.
Thank you, Jane. Exactly. And yes, there you have it. Consistency for Dallas Fuel, perhaps on the horizon. They're definitely looking up, Hex.
Well, if they'd won a couple in a row, I might believe that. But they've been 0-4, 3-1, 0-4, 3-1. So that's like the exact opposite of consistency. Look, they look great today. I think they're starting to figure out some of the problems. What I wanted to see from Dallas is, are you going to try this same broken strat, then go into your fixed strats again? And they didn't on Busan. They're using stuff that works and then adapting rather than using stuff that hasn't worked, trying to force it and then adapting.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely shaped up nicely here and sticking to their guns, finding what works. Effect had a map, it didn't pan out, went right back to AKM, and here we go. Dallas are walking away with a key victory at the beginning of this stage. Let's go ahead and take a look now at our player of the match, brought to you by Owned by HP. Big shock here, Hex. Wow, much amaze.
Well, when you go 3-0 with AKM, and then you lose the only map you take him out, then I think you can honestly say he's the most valuable player of the match, and no surprise here. His Zarya stats were very good. He's very good at tracking, damage up, the calls were good, the grabs were on point. He got a couple eaten, but that's just commonplace nowadays, and I just think they look like a different team when he's in the game. But give credit to RCK as well, because they needed someone to fill that Sombra role if AKM's going to play Zarya, and he had a very good Sombra game. 5-man, 6-man EMPs.
Yeah, he had a phenomenal performance himself. RCK really stepping up right now, showing what he's capable of. But, you know, Dylan across the board here, as are at this match, very respectable numbers. I mean, that's the thing. As soon as you're up above that 50% on average charge, you're just bringing so much pain to the table.
You speak French. How do you say his last name properly?
Bignett.
Okay, so it's not Big Net, because that's how I'd say it in the Midwest.
Not Big Net.
I'll call him Dylan Big Brain, though, because he's making the right plays on it now. So that is our Omened by HP player of the match. Well-deserved, no surprise to anybody.
There you go, guys. And now, of course, we have 2 more matches coming at you today. Just kicking off the weekend here, live at the Blizzard Arena in Los Angeles. The next match up, Vancouver Titans versus the Guangzhou Charge. And Monty is giving me eyes over the camera, so it's time to go. We're going to take a break, and they'll be bringing the action to you right after that.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Toyota, official North American partner of the Overwatch League. Toyota, let's go places.